Sarah makes $340,000 a year. She maxes out her 401k, rebalances quarterly, reads financial books for fun. Last month, she sat in her parked car and couldn't figure out why, despite doing everything right, she felt broke. This isn't about financial illiteracy. It's about something way more uncomfortable. What happens when you know all the answers but still fail the test your life is giving you? The hidden problem, here's the thing nobody tells you. Most people who struggle with money aren't bad with numbers. They're bad with behavior. And if you're watching this, you probably already know that. You've read the books. You understand compound interest. You don't need another budget template. But knowledge and behavior? They live in completely different worlds. I learned this watching my sister-in-law Rachel, a CPA who could build retirement calculators in her sleep, but still felt her chest tighten every time she opened her credit card statement. Not because she didn't understand the math, because understanding it made the shame worse. So today, I want to walk through the 3 quiet mistakes financially educated people make. The ones that don't feel reckless but slowly sabotage everything you're building. Mistake 1. Tracking without deciding. Sarah tracked every dollar. Mint, spreadsheets, color-coded categories. She had systems on systems. One day over coffee, she showed me her app. See, I know exactly where it all goes. I asked her one question, but what's it for? Silence. She spent $240 a month on fitness. But she couldn't tell me if fitness was actually a priority or just something she'd been doing since 2019. The gym membership, class pass, the Peloton payment, none of it was chosen. It was accumulated. 3 months later, she canceled 2 of the 3. Not because she needed the money, because she realized she was funding a version of herself she'd outgrown. Here's the shift. Tracking tells you where money went. Purpose tells you where it should go. Financially literate people don't just monitor. They assign every dollar a job before it has a chance to drift. Mistake 2. Building systems that require discipline. Rachel kept promising herself she'd stick to her budget. Every month, same promise. Every month, same failure. Not because she lacked willpower, because discipline runs on a battery that drains every single day. Then she stopped trying to be more disciplined. Instead, she made good behavior automatic. Separate checking account for discretionary spending. Auto transfer the day after payday. When it hit 0, the month was done. She didn't get stronger. She got smart about her own weaknesses. Same with investing. She'd been meaning to increase her brokerage contributions for 2 years. One Sunday, she automated it. 3 years later, an extra $47,000 invested. Not because she tried harder, but because she stopped relying on future her to make good decisions. Here's what changed for her. She realized the wealthiest people she knew weren't more disciplined. They'd just designed systems where the right choice was the easiest choice. If saving requires effort, it eventually stops. If spending is effortless, it eventually expands. Automation isn't about convenience. It's about protecting your future self from decision fatigue. Mistake 3. Letting income hide your habits. When Rachel hit 6 figures, she assumed the small stuff didn't matter anymore. Wrong. At $60,000, her daily coffee habit cost her $2,920 a year. Annoying, but manageable. At $150,000, she thought it was irrelevant. But here's what actually happened. The coffee habit stayed. So did the "I deserve this" lunches, the spontaneous purchases, the lifestyle creep she wasn't tracking. One night, she ran the numbers. She was spending $43,000 more than when she earned $60,000. Not on anything big. On the accumulation of "it doesn't matter anymore." Higher income doesn't erase bad habits. It amplifies them. The most financially secure people I know, they still question subscriptions, still check receipts, still sweat the small stuff. Not because they're cheap, but because they know that discipline at $150,000 is what creates freedom at $500,000. The transformation. Sarah texted me last week. I finally feel like my money and my life are pointing in the same direction. Not because she learned something new, because she stopped treating financial literacy like information and started treating it like behavior design. She asked 3 different questions. What is this money actually for? What system can I build so I don't have to keep deciding? Am I funding the life I'm building or the life I think I should want? And here's what surprised her. Once her money had a clear purpose, automated guardrails, and real alignment, she stopped feeling broke, even though her income hadn't changed. If your finances don't match what you know, you don't need more information. You need better systems, clearer purpose, and the humility to design around your actual behavior, not the behavior you wish you had. Because wealth isn't built by people who know more. It's built by people who made the right behavior inevitable. See you next week.